Two teen victims shot and killed on I-680 in Youngstown, shattering entire families. Kylearia, a bright 19-year-old with plans for the future, and Marquise Lled, taken just 11 days after his 19th birthday. Both of them 3 weeks shy of moving to Columbus.
They was going to move up there and he was going back to school with her, you know, and we here.
19-year-old Kylearia was a caring, intelligent, ambitious, and bubbly young girl with the sweetest disposition, beautiful both inside and out. She was a 2021 graduate of Youngstown Rand Early College High School in Youngstown, Ohio, where she made the dean's list from her freshman year all the way until she graduated, while also receiving an Associate of Arts degree from Youngstown State University. She was involved in so many things while in school, including youth government and mentoring, something she had a passion for, leading her to consider a career in social work. Kalia had plans on leaving Youngstown in 3 weeks for a fresh start in Columbus, Ohio. Little did she know, those dreams would be cut sooner than expected. Around 11 p.m. on January 5th, Youngstown police responded to Interstate 680 near the Salt Springs Road exit after reports of a vehicle being stopped in the middle of the road with what appeared to be a bullet hole inside of it. Upon closer inspection, they would find both a male and female inside, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds.
Calls began pouring into 911 around 10:45 Thursday night as passing motorists spotted the green Nissan sedan stopped along I-680 just past the exit for Crescent Street.
Right before the exit, there's a car that's in the middle of the road, got a bullet hole in it.
One of the calls came from a dispatcher in Trumbull County who said an off-duty officer had seen what he thought was an accident.
He said there was one subject unconscious, appears to be blood everywhere inside the vehicle.
The Mahoning County Coroner's Office identified the two victims as 19-year-old Marquise Lled, who was pronounced dead at the scene, and 19-year-old Kylearia, who was taken by ambulance and died on the way to St. Elizabeth Youngstown Hospital. The double homicide were the first two deaths in Youngstown in 2023. A crime scene analysis revealed shell casings were scattered along a 75-yard stretch of freeway. Detectives say the car was severely damaged by the gunfire and determined that the two victims were in fact assassinated. It is unclear whether one or both victims were the target of the shooting.
Youngstown detectives tell us the city's first two homicide victims of the new year were clearly targeted.
They followed the vehicle, they found the vehicle, and they pulled up next to it and began shooting inside of it.
Many were impacted by Kalia's senseless murder, including her former academic coach and a close cousin. Kalia's cousin says that she had nothing to do with the circumstances that led up to the shooting and was simply at the wrong place at the wrong time. She says, she was the sweetest girl in the entire world. She was going to leave Youngstown in 3 weeks. She was the smartest person I've ever met. She went to early college and has made Dean's List every year she has been in school. She was going to make the earth shake with her greatness. The world became gray the day she died. This situation should scare people and make people want to change and stop the senseless violence and killing. I want people to remember her as a beautiful, intelligent, and caring woman that she was, not as the first death of 2023. She concluded her statement by saying that all she can hope for is for justice to be served.
Another one of my students called me that morning, and I just couldn't believe it. She really made an impact.
Kevin Douglas first met Kylie at Rand Early College when she was in the 6th grade. Douglas was an academic coach. At the time, Kylie was mentoring some of the younger kids. She continued mentoring kids there and followed Douglas to My Brother's Keeper, a local mentorship program.
And she was there to mentor the younger kids and spent a lot of time with them.
Douglas said Kylie could really help kids understand how important it was to follow your dreams. He says all she wanted to do was help people.
She just had this bubbly personality. She just could make everybody smile. She understood. She was a great listener.
Douglas said she wanted to keep mentoring students, possibly a social worker. From an early age, Douglas noticed her interest in law and said she would have made a great public servant. She wrote one bill about putting metal detectors in schools through Youth in Government, and it was taken to state lawmakers.
Her bill didn't get passed, and she was so hurt because she thought it was so important that we keep kids safe.
Douglas learned about her death when a former student called him. He recently retired from working in juvenile court and says he's seen so many lives lost due to violence.
I've dealt with Youngstown deaths. I've known a lot of students that have gone, but Kylie was just so important to me and so close to me. It meant a lot to me.
Douglas says he's been reaching out to the family to help, and he's letting his faith guide him.
I've lost a lot of kids, but I always look at it as God must have needed them.
As of right now, there have been no arrests in the case, and police are urging anyone with information to come forward. The case remains ongoing.